Hi everyone, in this episode of Cryptocurrency News I'll cover a period of time from the 16th of May till today, which is 24th of May. And I will start with looking at the market structure as always, and it looks like the futures market is still in, well, it hasn't been in backwardation for the past several days, but at the moment it is after a small dump to 8.9k. That implies that the majority of speculators are positioned short. There should be a contango as a natural state of things in crypto. Looking at the options markets, the implied volatility is pretty low. We can see on the Bitcoin options comparison that the implied volatility just keeps dropping. It's more so actually for the Ethereum than it is for Bitcoin, and the skew remains positive both on the Bitcoin and on Ether. That means that people are more interested in buying puts rather than buying calls, and you can see that the drop in implied volatility is even more pronounced in Ether than it is in Bitcoin, and 1 month volatility is at 76% for Ether, and for Bitcoin it's 70 to 74. So it looks like people are preparing themselves for a dump, but if they are so prepared, it might actually not happen. So let's go through the news. I'll only mention some important bits and bobs. Here I've been sharing some of my good videos, including a video about Ethereum 2.0 and some videos about the fees. I keep saying to aim higher. 10k is not the top. It didn't look like a blow off top, which I would be expecting. Binance futures are the cheapest futures out there in the market. You can see how distressed Jay Powell looks when he speaks about printing all this extra money. Grin, actually, technically this is the most advanced cryptocurrency and it's best designed cryptocurrency in my view, but actually it looks like it's completely dead. I'm a bit surprised, but it looks like you really need this first mover advantage that both Bitcoin and Monero have. You can get some anonymity embedded into second layer Bitcoin. Maybe that is the way to go. But Grin is, technologically certainly great. J.K. Rowling got involved in trolling Bitcoiners. It's good to see some mainstream people talking about Bitcoin. Peer-to-peer markets in Africa are reaching all-time highs. That's an important highlight. BlockFi got hacked. Somebody used SMS. Somebody used SIM swapping, and they have taken over the account of the email and then accessed users' database, including home addresses. So it's actually quite a risk to have a big balance on BlockFi, which was revealed together with the name and the home address. Actual Advice BTC is no longer with us. Rest in peace. He was a big baller and an interesting figure. Have a look at a thread by Crypto Cobain, who mentions some interesting stories. Bitfinex is staking users' funds. It is staking $130 million dollars worth of tokens. It will probably stake Ethereum 2.0 as well. It just makes things easy for the customers, and it takes some fees for doing that. TBTC, Tethered BTC on Ethereum, lasted 2 days and then got closed because of some bugs, technical issues. Record high Bitcoin and Ethereum open interest. Record on options. Record high open interest on CME market, the biggest marketplace on earth. It's actually getting closer and closer to be par with BitMEX, which is really, really significant. particularly because it's margined in US dollars rather than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, when Bitcoin goes down, it's really violent because the margin is in Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up, the shorts will suffer just as much as longs are suffering on BitMEX, because your margin is in USD, and when you're losing, then that margin doesn't go up as it does go up in on BitMEX and other BTC marketplaces. There was this big event when someone has moved some very old coins, which were within 2 months of creation of Bitcoin. Somebody has just moved some dust to Coinbase and some payment solution. But this triggered some really big panic. Somebody here instantly sold 1,000 Bitcoin on Bitstamp just in few market orders, and the slippage was up to 10%. The slippage was up to 6%. And then a lot of people went short. I have also made a small short, but I only captured part of the move. I would anticipate that such a news could circulate for around a day, and then after a day I don't think the price action can be justified by such a news, and it wasn't followed by any more moves. It was not Satoshi. Satoshi has a specific pattern in his nonces, so unlikely to be Satoshi. Probably some arbitrary wallet action just used these coins. It was probably unconscious. So this is what has happened at around 4 p.m. That transaction was broadcasted, then some automatic sell algos have triggered, then people started selling, and then after a few hours it was a dump. So that's me just covering this event because I considered it to be significant. It looks like majority of liquidity takers in Ethereum market of options on Deribit are sellers, and that has pushed the implied volatility down a lot. Hedging option, it's the decentralized marketplace for trading options on Ethereum network. It was shut down because of bugs. Iranian president calls for national crypto mining strategy. They have a lot of capital controls, so they're going around the sanctions by using crypto. There are a lot of Ethereum longs on ETHUSD and ETHBTC on Bitfinex. It doesn't make economical sense to go long there when there is backwardation in the futures, so it maybe is a move to lock up some supply rather than to make money on the long. Maybe someone has a much bigger spot position and he's just pushing it up. This is open interest on CME. Almost $200 million worth of contracts. That is a lot. On BitMEX at the moment it's $550 million more or less for the swap. So the difference isn't that big. The fees went really high up because of the halvening, and there was a drop in hash rate, and now the mempool is full of some UTXO consolidations. But a lot of entities overpaid the fees. Someone spent 60 Bitcoin on the fees, consolidating some small outputs. There are people selling large databases with home addresses of people with crypto. There is leaked data of Ledger buyers. This is the hardware wallet. BlockFi, Coinigy, KeepKey customers with home addresses, that is risky. Attackers may extort your crypto and remain anonymous. So if you have been hacked, you can consider moving home. And that is me finished with the news. Thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. Have a look at the links in the description below, which will save you some money.